What's up, guys? It's Casual King MMA. Today we're doing a quick breakdown of UFC 311, looking at the good, the bad, and the ugly. It was an absolutely fantastic card, so we're just going to knock the ugly right out of the way. Arman Tsarukyan pulling out on 1 day's notice with a back injury. Just really unfortunate. Cost us a great fight with Beneil Dariush and Moicano, and made the title fight well fun. Seeing Moicano get the shot, Arman Tsarukyan was the hardest test for Islam Makhachev. So it basically just gave Islam a free title defense and delayed the fight for 4 to 6 months. Just really unfortunate. Hate to see that on short notice, but I mean, to try to put a good spin on it, Moicano and Beneil both got paid. Beneil is going to be able to hop on the UFC 312 pay-per-view, which really needs it, especially with how good this pay-per-view went. That pay-per-view was looking absolutely horrible. But Arman Tsarukyan, really disappointing. Stop trying to impress Nina by doing those weird 360s with your head on the ground. And just please, actually, I don't even want you to win the belt anymore. Islam's putting on absolutely great fights. His squeeze is next level. People tap like he's going to rip their heads off. More Islam defenses. I'm never going to complain. For the bad, sorry to put Payne Talbot up there. Pretty disappointing loss. I don't think that means he isn't a prospect. I don't think this is necessarily a fraud check. He's 26. He's still young, and when you're gonna lose a wrestling match in this manner, it's much better to lose it now than when you're up in the rankings. He has plenty of time to improve. He gets a win streak. He gets a win streak going. People are gonna forget about this, but it just kind of is the overall tone of the prelims. Not great fights, some mismatches, a lot of decisions, and just kind of a letdown. On paper, they're looking really good. We also lost the Johnny Walker fight, which was really disappointing. And this goes more into the ugly category, but that was a weird fight with the Anthony Smith, not wannabe because no one wants to be Anthony Smith, but the Anthony Smith clone. Uh, his opponent going on one knee trying to get a DQ win, really soft, cut that guy, but kind of just not great prelims, but let's not focus on that. We got Alan Perez twerking after winning a fight, highlighted the prelims. But the main card, the real focus, Islam Makhachev, the good, proves why he is pound for pound the best fighter in the UFC. Takes a dangerous fight against Moicano. I thought Moicano had a chance just stylistically. I thought he would be able to do well against the kicks and the striking, and I thought he'd have more success on the ground. Islam proves there's levels to this, and he's not a weight bully like Khabib, who weighs 205 pounds. Islam only weighs 185. He's an average lightweight. His squeeze is next level. His mindset is next level. And I think he's already surpassed Demetrius Johnson. He's surpassed Khabib as the best lightweight of all time. And based on this quality of wins, if he goes out there and beats Arman Tsarukyan, I would put him number 3 as the greatest fighters of all time. Co-main event, Merab saves us from the chin strap domination. Dude is absolutely a machine. He's got a nuclear reactor in there, man. His cardio is unlimited. He's got a third lung for a brain. Just taunting, doing weird stuff out there. But he's got a great chin. He's going to push forward the pace. And you got to kill him to beat him. And I don't think there's anyone at bantamweight who could do that. Absolutely great fight. I love watching wrestlers have sloppy but entertaining striking matches. The first UFC event I ever went to was Colby Usman won, which was more of the same. You just love to see it. Absolutely entertaining fight. And as I said before, I don't think anyone beats Merab at 135. So personally, I would like to see Pantoja move up and fight Merab. Pantoja's cleaned out his weight class. They had unsigned Kai Asakura getting the title shot. And Merab, while not cleaning out the weight class with title defenses, has beaten everyone on his way to the title because he didn't want to fight his friend Aljamain Sterling. Dude's absolutely next level. The Cannibal against the Machine doesn't seem like a good matchup, kind of hard to eat metal, but I think that would be an absolutely amazing fight, and I'd love to see it. And I think it gives both weight classes time to find a new real contender. So that's why I want to see Dana. And fight of the night, Yuri against Jamal Hill. Yuri was talking about how the hands were going to be up. He was going to show a new version of himself. And we did see a new version, not with the hands up, like he said in the post-fight interview. Amazing head movement. His movement looked really good, switching stances, throwing punches from weird angles, which he usually does. But he was doing a really good job baiting Jamal Hill, leaning back and throwing nasty counters. Hill did have the knee sleeves in the first round and had a rough start, looked a little rusty out there. Knee sleeves probably mean an injury, but Hill looked great in the second, tied it up, and great body shots as well. Love the body shots from Jamal Hill. Looked to be slowing down Yuri in the second, but Yuri was fighting. He was fighting for everything. He had his friend who was battling cancer. He shaved his head in honor of her, which was great to see. And while I was nervous because good storylines usually don't end with victory in the UFC, Yuri was able to get it done, baiting Jamal Hill in with looping strikes and just killing him with straights down the middle. Yeah, Jamal Hill I thought looked pretty good. He got caught, was able to survive Yuri's first onslaught in the third after getting dropped, which is insane. If Yuri drops you, he usually kills you, but Yuri was able to drop him again, and that's all she wrote. I'd be happy. I mean, I think the UFC is in a perfect position. Yuri is. I give Yuri the next title shot. If Alex gets smudged by Ankalaev, Yuri goes out there absolutely murders Ankalaev, setting up the trilogy. And if Alex wins, do the trilogy. Why not? Absolutely amazing fight. It's kind of like a mini version of DC and John Jones at light heavyweight, ironically enough, where nobody can beat Yuri but Alex just beat everyone right now. I feel a little bad for Jamal Hill. The fans are gonna be hating like crazy, and I mean, the Chama chants, the Alex fans are starting to piss me off. But Jamal Hill will take a few months off. He'll come back, get a nasty KO, and start to earn our respect back. I mean, this is what you love to see: the best fighting the best, and yeah, Yuri's a fucking samurai. It's like these guys had samurai swords for hands. It was on a knife edge. It really felt like any strike he landed. Had some caffeine beforehand, which wasn't a good idea. I'm still buzzing from this fight. But this is just UFC at the highest level. Gelton Almeida, look at that. Usually he's going to be in the ugly or the bad column, but he's really done a good job beating the boring allegations after the fight, which we will never speak again, with Derek Lewis. Uh, Actually entertaining high level heavyweight fight. Usually you don't see that unless it's a title fight or the top three. Both Almeida and Spivak had good wrestling transitions, looked good, but Almeida was just too strong and very technical as well, being able to reverse positions and landing some absolutely lethal ground and pound. Good hope for the heavyweight division, and this is great that Almeida got the win. One of the few guys Tom Aspinall has it beat, and if John Jones is going to duck Tom and run away, then you do Aspinall against Almeida, and you've got Gane in the corner for the next fight. So yeah, good thing. Looking up for the heavyweight division, love to see it. Finally, Kevin Holland. You might be asking why Kevin Hall. I'm showing a picture of Kevin Holland because mainly I've only been showing the winners. But really, by showing a picture of Kevin Holland, I'm showing a picture of myself because I'm the winner. Because I hate watching Kevin Holland. He has the ability to be top five level at 170, but there's just a mental block he has where he has to give himself an out. He has to he can't if he tries his best and he loses, he can't handle that. So he's fighting Wonder Boy. He doesn't shoot takedowns because after the fight he could say, "Well, I would have beat Wonder Boy if I shot takedowns, but I want to entertain the fans." And now his mental excuse is, "Well, I'm not going to cut weight and I fight bigger guys. So if they beat me, it's not my fault. I'm not in my natural weight class." Absolutely horrible mindset. The reason why he's never going to be champion. I saw him on his way up. I mean, that KO against Jacare still lives rent free in my mind. But no, he doesn't have the mentality to be world level. And Reina de Ritter looked really good. Got a first round submission. Kevin Holland said he'd be shocked if he got submitted at all. And he got submitted in the first round. I was not shocked. I was happy. This is the kind of thing we love to see. 5 solid fights. The card delivered, even with losing 3 fights on short notice. And yeah, finally, just a little point right here. This shows if you're a fighter, if you're coming up, if you're unranked, always be ready. You got to be ready to step in on short notice. Moicano, Benil Dariush, they're all going to be rewarded for the last minute changes. They're going to get better opponents. I mean, Dan Ige made himself a name by stepping in on a few hours' notice to fight Diego Lopez, who's an absolute savage. Always be ready to step up. This is the entertainment business over the fight business, and the UFC rewards entertainers. And entertainment-wise, this card absolutely delivered. Hope you guys enjoy the rant. Peace, guys.